Good afternoon, bună ziua. My name is Judith, and actually I'll say a few words about myself. Maybe you will be surprised to know that I was born in Oradea, not far from here, but I was only 4 years old when my family immigrated to Israel. That's why I don't speak Romanian. I speak English, I speak Spanish, I speak Hebrew, this is my main language, and a little bit Hungarian, of course. I will say a few words about my college, although I didn't prepare anything, so just spontaneously. It's an academic college of education. We train teachers. We have various subjects, areas, science education, mathematics, special education, of course, kindergarten, humanistic studies like literature and communication and more. We have 3,500 students for the first degree, bachelor's, and then master degree also. And the college is located in Haifa. Haifa is, I would say, the capital of the north of Israel. It's a beautiful town, multicultural town. We have more or less 300,000 citizens. The majority is Jews, but we have also Muslims and Christians, and we have Druze. Has anyone heard about the Druze? Okay, it's a minority within the Arab minority, very interesting. We have 2 Druze villages not far from Haifa, very interesting, and we all live in peace together, really in peace. Haifa is unique, we have very good interrelationship. And it's Haifa is on a mountain, and it is next to the sea, the Mediterranean, so lovely colors you see, the green and blue, and we have beautiful seashore. So those of you who come to my college will enjoy very good weather, because usually it's warm. We have 2-3 months of rain, and that's all. And the beach is really lovely. So welcome, those who are interested. And Dr. Carolina Bodea has my email, so if anyone really needs to ask questions later on, no problem, just give my email and feel free to contact me and ask whatever you really want. So I will start, and if you have any questions, it's better, I think, at the end of the presentation, okay? You can ask whatever you want. Okay, so the first one is a sort of introduction about gifted children in Israel. Definition, screening, and special education programs, okay? All right, so I believe you heard about Israel a little bit, or maybe more than a little. Human capital in our state is the central quality resource, because we don't have much resources, not natural resources. And it is a very important resource in dealing with the challenges that the 21st century presents. If I speak too fast, let me know, okay? Make a signal. Of course. So, for those students, there are custom-tailored tests. I mean, tests that are specific for population that has difficulties. For instance, students who have learning disabilities, students with ADD, those who are physically impaired, etc. Also new immigrants. In Israel, we have many new immigrants from Russia, from Ethiopia. So those receive a different test. You don't have to deal with a difficult language. Our language is very difficult. Those who studied in non-Hebrew speaking environment the year prior to the test. It's clear, okay? And the pace is okay, not too fast. So they also, the Department of Gifted and Outstanding Students, try to upgrade the spotting test. And in 2012-2013, a pilot was administered, testing a new spotting tool developed to include personality traits, because as I said, giftedness is really a gift. Okay, either you are born gifted or not, but there are very important characteristics that are important. You can be gifted but very lazy, and don't care about things, or not creative. So they try to include personal traits. And this tool attempted to test motivation, for instance, and creativity, and to predict the chances of success in gifted educational programs. I'll tell you that we have, Mario and me, this is my husband, we have 4 kids. 3 are regular. They're okay, they're fine, they're clever. And the youngest is gifted. He was spotted as a gifted. And he learned, and in a special class for gifted children, as you will see later. And really and he is 25 now, I think more than your age now. So really most of them are very successful in life, in university and everything, and have great careers. But there are few who really, I think, missed it somehow. And why? Not because they're not gifted or not Italian, because it's also a matter of personality. It's the success. I mean, giftedness is not equal to success in life. You have to bear in mind. Okay, you need, and there are very good and clever students who are not gifted and really achieved very high achievements. So and have very good career, and so unfortunately the tool failed to predict these 2 traits. I mean, it was impossible to predict creativity and motivation. So we remained with the old test that checks only intelligence. Okay. At the end of the spotting process, messages of students' eligibility or non-eligibility are sent to the parents and schools regarding participation in special education programs for gifted students. And as I said, they are also sent to the school administrators. Now, nurturing giftedness. The Department for Gifted and Outstanding Students was established in Israel in 1973. And the objectives are promotion and cultivation of gifted students and outstanding students in Israel. And what is the rationale? Equal education does not mean the same education to everyone. Equal education means education that correlates to the needs of each student. That means to give each one an equal opportunity. Nurturing of gifted students benefits not only them, but also society. Because as adults, they may lead the whole society to new horizons in all areas of life. About gender. The majority of the students that are diagnosed as gifted are boys. Twice as many as girls. And it is not because we, girls, women, are not clever enough or gifted. No. It is assumed that the screening and spotting of multiple choice tests, when you have only to mark the correct answer, they are gender biased because girls don't like to guess the answers. They want to be sure. If they are not sure, they don't mark. They skip the question and they lose points. Since 2004, the department has implemented corrective preference of girls in programs for gifted, trying to improve upon the proportion of girls to nice. The proportion has improved, but it is not yet equal. So I know they are working on it. It is very important. Our son, when he entered the special class, they were 23 boys, I think, and 2 girls. It was horrible. But now it's different, as I said. It's not, it really, at the beginning it doesn't matter so much, the 4th grade, okay. But then, for youngsters, it's not nice. It's not pleasant. Okay, so let's see what educational frameworks are there in Israel for gifted children. The Department for Gifted and Outstanding Students initiates and develops various educational programs, such as special classes for gifted students, academic training, enrichment centers once a week for gifted and outstanding students, or after-school enrichment day courses for gifted and outstanding. A regular child who has a gifted sibling, what will he want? What do you think he wants to have like he's gifted? Intelligence, great. So regular children in mixed families have longing for intellectual skills twice as much as regular children in regular families. Right? Makes sense. Not a big surprise. Now, negative parents' attitude following a quarrel with my siblings from the point of view of the regular child. Okay, in families, it's very common, those who have more than one kid, they quarrel. He took my book, he ruined my painting. Okay, it's normal. And then parents react, okay? And we asked about the negative reaction of the parents. How much do you suffer from the negative reaction of your parents? So what we saw, that in regular families, okay, regular children, they complain, 61% of them complain that their parents blame them, okay? And 44% say, not parents, mother. Sure, well, father reads newspaper, he doesn't really care. But mothers, yes, we have to. Come on, why did you do that? Why? Okay, so 44 complain that the mother is not okay. But if we look inside mixed families, we see only 39 regular children complain that their parents had a negative attitudes towards them and blamed them after the quarrel. And 26 of them said it's mother. Meaning that in mixed families, somehow the regular child has a protection. It's better from him. You can see this, no? So now we check the readiness of a regular child to learn from his sibling as depending on the birth order. Now remember, we are dealing with the regular child. And, okay, I'll skip here and I'll get to the results, conclusion, because I see you are already a little bit tired. A regular child in a regular family is ready to learn from his sibling if his sibling is older than him. Normal. If I'm the young and my sister or brother are older, fine, I'm ready to learn from him, okay? But if I am the old and my sibling is young, no, thank you, he has nothing to teach me, no, right? But, and this was surprising a little bit, in mixed families, it didn't matter whether the sibling, the gifted sibling, was younger than me or older than me. I would anyhow be ready to learn from him. Now, we can see here that it's interesting here. The blue line is small age differences, and the pink one is great age differences. And as we can see in mixed families, okay, the regular child reports on stronger mutual care when the age differences is greater. So if one child is gifted and the other one is regular, it's better if the age differences are bigger. And in regular families, it's the opposite. Okay? In mixed families, it's not good. If one is gifted and the other is regular, it's not good when they are, very close in the age. It is tense. And on the other hand, in regular families, it's better when they are close in age. And now here it deals with friendship ties. Again, in mixed families, the greater the age difference, the better the friendship. In regular families, it doesn't matter. And the same we saw with frequency of arguments, okay? In mixed families, when the age differences are greater, less arguments, less quarrels. In regular families, they quarrel anyhow. Now about mutual interrelationships, a little bit from the point of view of the gifted also. Okay, he has also something to say and some data about it. Now, for instance, there was a statement, my sibling gets more attention from our parents. When there are two or more, he gets more attention than me, no, he gets more. Okay. Now we can see that a gifted child claims that his regular sibling gets more attention from the parents than him. And that was a surprise because we were sure that when you have a gifted child, you give him all the attention. No, we saw that no, he feels worse. He is not satisfied. The gifted says, no, my regular brother, my regular sister receive more attention from the parents. Okay? Now, when we ask gifted children in mixed families, we saw that they want twice more than the regular siblings. They want friends. They need friends. And again, you raise this topic. I think. Yes, somehow gifted children, not all of them, but have difficulties in making friends. And they are jealous regarding their regular sibling. Another thing, the gifted children want more physical fitness, twice more as regular siblings. Again, it's not only, I would say, I mean, it has something to do with it. They want to show that they are physically, fit, because it means I'm not a geek. I mean, not in glasses and, like this. They need it, they want it. Pardon? Yeah. Energy level? Maybe, at least, I mean, it is important. I'm telling you also about our son. It was very important for him to be excellent in sports because he didn't want to be labeled as a geek, as one always, only reads and learn. Now, confidence in the other sibling. So, when we asked, when I feel worried, I rely on my sibling to help me. And they had to rank it from 1 to 4. We can see a stronger support between the regular and the gifted, according to both of them, when they belong to different genders. Okay? So, in a mixed family, really, it's much easier when one is a boy and the other one is a girl. When both of them boys or both of them girls, the competition is strong. So, as I say, you can see it here also, my brother and I try to be better than one another. It is worse when they are from the same gender. In summary, the regular child in a mixed family reports on a less close relationship with his gifted sibling than a regular child in a regular family. That means that it is not easy when you have a mixed family. It's not easy. The distance between them does not seem to arise from a negative attitude of the parents toward their regular child in mixed families, we thought it would, but no, on the contrary. The regular child in a mixed family, the regular child who has a gifted sibling seems to benefit from a more positive attitude of the parents, especially of the mother, okay, than a regular child in regular families. And maybe it is a compensation for having a gifted sibling. Means if I'm a mother and I have two children, one is gifted and the other one is regular, I try to compensate the regular. Poor, he didn't pass the test, he's not studying in a special class, and he's regarded as less clever. I will compensate him. And that's a problem. That's a mistake. Because it creates bad relationship between them, and the gifted feels, neglected. Bear it in mind. And the finding is reinforced by the gifted child's report that his regular sibling receives more attention. It is possible, again, as I said, that the mother's effort to compensate her regular child makes things worse. Okay? She shouldn't interfere. The gifted children feel deprived because of their mother's attitude. Now, as I said, when the age differences in a mixed family are small, the regular child has greater difficulties. And when they belong to the same danger, again, the difficulty is greater. And I think, and this is, we should think about it, that the findings of this study may be ascribed to the labeling of the gifted child as gifted. What I'm meaning to say is that there is always a price you have to pay. It's very good to have special programs, but you pay something. When these children are labeled, they carry a bag on their back also. And so they benefit, but they also suffer. It's not easy. I think really that according to our results, parents of gifted children need support, need instructions, because not only children with learning disabilities or difficulties or ADHD or Asperger or whatever, Asperger is not a good, but autism, let's say, we know that they need support, but also these parents, they need support because they can make things easier or more complicated. And thank you for your listening. Thank you. Investment in cultivating the talents of gifted students is an essential step in training the next generation of scientists, artists, and innovators. And actually, not only in Israel, all over the world, I think it is worthwhile investing in those students. About the definition of giftedness, the literature in that field does not provide a uniform definition for the concept of giftedness. So the Department of Gifted and Outstanding Students within the Ministry of Education in Israel has adopted a statistical definition. According to that statistical definition, gifted children are defined as the top percentile, meaning 1% of the population of each age group. And in these categories, first, general learning abilities, meaning general intelligence level, and also specific educational excellence, usually in math and languages. Now, there are other categories of excellence, of course, we all know, but they are not tested in the screening test. For instance, artistic talent. You can be gifted in music, virtual arts, writing arts, or athletic ability. You can have very high athletic ability, but it is not tested. Two additional factors are very important to be considered. A level of motivation, persistence, determination, characteristics that are very important to succeed. It's not enough if you are gifted. And also the level of creativity, originality, that it has to exceed the annual median. Okay? Talking about IQ, usually giftedness means, if you're gifted, means that you have IQ of 135 and above. In Israel, approximately 1,000 students are diagnosed every year as gifted. Super giftedness, there is another determination, it refers to an IQ of 155 and above. In Israel, 10 to 15 students are diagnosed every year as super gifted, let's say genius. Okay, so how are they screened or spotted? Phase 1 is a screening test. There is an annual screening test that has been developed in Israel. And these tests are intended for the second or third grade students in specific localities. The truth is, I don't really know why. In Jerusalem, our capital, they have to pass the test on their second grade. Other parts, third. Why? God knows. I didn't receive an answer. And the tests are based on general learning ability examinations and deal only with general intellectual skills. As I said, no athletic abilities, no music. And they don't check in motivation or creativity. More about screening tests. The screening process begins about a year before the student is referred to a special program. It means that if usually students have to write the exam, the test, when they are on the third grade, they start to be in a gifted program when they are on the fourth grade, of course, of elementary school. It's okay? I'm understood? At the beginning of the school year, messages are sent to the schools and a uniform date is set for the test for the entire educational system, for the whole country. And anyone has the idea why is it so important? A uniform date for all the zones, all the areas, all the cities? Why? It's not easy to, because it has to be very objective. We don't want that, a child writes a test and then calls, it's very easy now, make a WhatsApp call or anything to his friend in another city. Well, I was asked, what is the capital of United States, let's say. So it has to be objective. Schools send detailed letters to parents stating all the required information. And test participation is a privilege. It is not mandatory. And there are parents who say, no, we don't want our son to be labeled as gifted or to be labeled as regular. They don't have to. Spotting. The first one was screening test. The second one is called spotting test, phase 2. A test is administered at an examination center in the afternoon, after school day, and it is checked by the testing office. Now, only 15% of the best students, those who achieve the best achievements, the best scores in the first test, can go to the second phase. Okay? And the second test is a closed psychometric test that examines general cognitive ability in different ways: verbal, numerical, and morphological material. The test is not related to the school curriculum. Really, it's general intelligence, and it's almost impossible to prepare for them. Okay. Now, there are also students with special needs, standing children. I will explain. Special classes. 1% only, the 1 percentile of the highest achieving student in the spotting test, phase 2, are referred to special classes. Those classes are located in regular schools, and it's in red because I emphasize it, because they don't really want to let them feel like, I don't know, as if they came from another planet. They are human beings like others. They are not good or bad, or they are not better or worse than the others, and they study in the same school with regular students, and there are efforts are made to improve the interaction between them and their neighborhood. But these classes are not all over the country, only in certain areas of Israel. As a whole, there are 7 classes in elementary schools from the 4th grade, 17 classes in junior high schools, and 16 in high school, which means that, okay, if you are gifted, or I don't know, maybe you didn't even write the test when you were in your 3rd grade, but then when you finished learning in the elementary school, you finished your 6th grade, you can go and write down a test, and if you are gifted, you can join the junior high school. Okay? You can join a special class. These classes are smaller than the regular classes. The maximum is 26 students. Regular classes in Israel are unfortunately 28 to 30. How in here I don't know, the same. We cry, we shout, but see, that's the situation. Okay, another possibility. Okay, if your parents didn't want to send you to that specific class, well, first of all, sorry. The special classes program in high school, no, it's if you're already in high school and you learn in that special class, you can take courses that combine academic studies with regular school studies. So you can complete a degree at the Open University or earning credits from other universities, during your regular studies. Well, if you are gifted, it's not that difficult for you. You can start academic studies. And the Department of Gifted and Outstanding Students assists these students with scholarships. Okay, so now I'm talking about a different framework, about Enrichment Center. Gifted Student Centers allow the top 5% of high-achieving students to learn in an environment that is tailored for their needs. Not everyone wants to send his children to a special class, first of all. So you can be gifted within the first 1 percentile, and yet you are not going to a special class. Or maybe you're included in the first percentile, but in the 5. Okay? So those 5% can go to an enrichment center. Classes are held 1 day a week in the morning. And for the rest of the week, they continue to study in their class. So once a week, they learn with gifted children, and the other days with their class, their school. The program includes subjects and topics that are not included in the formal curriculum. And even in these enrichment centers, the top percentile, they study in a separate classroom. One of these enrichment centers is located at the Oranim College. Oranim College is another college of education in the north of Israel, not far from Haifa actually. And there is a regional center for students that live in the north of Israel. And students come there to study arts and science, robotics, thinking skills, physics, mathematical thinking, ecological gardening, creative writing, photography, law, drama, and whatever you can think of. And they are also exposed to social skills and leadership. Now it is very important. Parent workshops at Oranim are held to encourage parents of gifted students to support and empower their children. If you think it is easy to be a parent of a gifted child, you're right. No, it's not easy, especially if you have regular children as well, and you will see it in the next presentation. It's not easy at all, and it is a very good idea to have a workshop for parents, because gifted children are also children with special needs. Okay? We'll see some photos. This is at Oranim College. Okay? As I told you, an enrichment center. They have multimedia, robotics, photography, composition, music, communication, mathematical thinking, arts, ecological gardening, and also nature by seasons, creative writing, photography, etc. Okay, this is a collection room. It has science laboratories, medicine in industry. You can see the CT machine. Okay. Another framework is an after-school day course for gifted and outstanding students. Now, those who do not learn in special classes and do not learn in an enrichment program can come once a week after school day. And these courses are for the 3rd grade and up, usually take place at colleges of education or departments of education at universities. And for instance, in my college, Gordon College of Education, once a week after school, gifted and outstanding students from the city of Haifa or its surrounding participate in an enrichment course, okay, in my college. And they are exposed to subjects that are not included in the curriculum. Otherwise, it's boring, no? So, for instance, the topics that are taught in my college this year are aviation and space, dog training, medicine, computer animation, economy, law, web development, rhetorics, etc. And this is from my college. You can see some photos of children. Okay. Now, another opportunity for gifted children or outstanding children. From the literature, okay, I'm not quoting, but I'm referring you to the literature. Certain teachers are particularly suited to the teaching of gifted students due to a compatible personality, their knowledge, their perception, which allow them to successfully address the attributes and needs and skills of the gifted students. Meaning, not every teacher will be a good teacher to gifted children. They have special needs, they need special teachers. And the department conducts a 2-year program that specializes in training teachers to teach gifted students. This program takes place in 5 institutions of higher education across the country. Again, not everywhere. In my college, there is such a program. And it is designated for educators, administrators, program coordinators, teachers, okay? Graduates, those teachers who graduate this program, are awarded certification for the teaching of outstanding and gifted students. And as Dr. Iliana already knew, because she made homework before I came, since 2005 in Israel, only these graduates have been permitted to teach gifted students in special programs, okay? So you can't just have a certification from each regular certification. You need this certification now if you want to teach gifted children. Now, it's not enough, in teaching, it's not enough to study, get the certification and say bye, and this is it, and I will teach and teach and teach until I am very old and very tired and I will retire. You always have to update, right? The knowledge is really much. Actually, I would say, if you don't do anything, if you don't update, you are dead. That's what I think. So once a year, the department holds a nationality-themed conference that serves as a platform to display the field by researchers and educators from Israel and around the world. We have conferences. And even throughout the year, there are international conferences and smaller conferences, but teachers come and listen and update their knowledge and listen to researchers and studies, and it is very important. And there is also master course for gifted and talented education students at the University of Haifa. So you can specialize, you do your master's in teaching gifted and talented children. Now, this is very interesting, teaching history in gifted classes, because most studies, they deal with teaching mathematics and science. And somehow, if you say, he is gifted, he must be very good in mathematics, he must be very good in physics. Not sure. There are also gifted children in other fields, and anyhow, all gifted children, they learn also history and humanistics, and the recent Israeli research has addressed this issue in teaching history, and the researcher is an acquaintance of mine, Haran. She was the teacher of our son, and this is a new research, you can see, 2006. And I really try to take the bottom line. She says it is recommended that instead of promoting the gifted student according to his talents, attention should be focused on the student within the context of the gifted class and society in general. Again, you're a genius, you're gifted, okay, but if you can't interact, if you can't communicate with the society, it's a problem. Okay, so this is the end. If anyone has questions, I'll be glad to answer. And if not, I have a small film. I don't know if you put the film here.
The Oranim Academic College of Education is one of the leading teachers training colleges in the country and the largest in northern Israel. The college offers a wide variety of teachers' education and professional development programs. One of them is the highly praised training program for teachers of the gifted and talented. Graduates of this program are awarded a certificate from the Israeli Ministry of Education.
I have one class where I have 11 out of 33 kids are gifted, and it's a challenging class. When they did open a program for teachers for gifted children, I thought, well, this is the time to learn maybe the theory behind what I'm seeing in the school.
The collaboration with the college allows the children to benefit from all on-campus facilities and the college ambience.
My studies in Oranim is very different from the studies in school because the teaching method is different, and the teachers that are very smart and interesting people.
Gifted children rank in the top 1.5% of their age group, and the talented rank in the next 7%. They all have extraordinary intellectual potential.
At school, it's always like everyone think I'm just the smart girl or something like that, and here people could see me for who I am. Also other sides of me.
Each year, 700 gifted and talented youth attend the Oranim Bi-Regional School from in and around the city of Tivon, Greater Haifa, and rural areas like Zivulun and the Israel Valleys.
Every Wednesday when I go to Oranim, then I know I'm going to a place with other kids like me. It's much easier for me to make friends here because I have much more stuff in common with all of the kids.
It's also a break from school. It gives you time because it's not that I don't enjoy school, but here it's different and there's no pressure. I like the topics which we learn, which are really interesting.
This once-a-week pull-out program offers courses like mathematical thinking, arts, sciences, computer programming and design, ecology, veterinary medicine, foreign languages, radio broadcasting, multimedia and communications, law and philosophy, as well as physical and social skills. All courses are taught by top professionals in these fields who are also trained in educating gifted children.
I take Dungeons and Dragons, where we learn about the game, Photoshop, and theater.
Chess playing, mathematics, and the last one is called Jewish Israeli Story.
The Oranim Academic College of Education is one of several academic institutes in Israel that certifies teachers for gifted and talented children.
Learning this way of thinking can contribute to my desire to become a better teacher. It's a different viewpoint to look at teaching. When it comes to the gifted children, you can derive from that teaching techniques for the whole population, I think.
Students in this program enjoy a one-of-a-kind opportunity of connecting theory and practice throughout their study. Hands-on experiences, classroom observations, research and fieldwork are just some of the benefits of this unique training program for teachers of the gifted and talented at the Oranim Academic College of Education.